Hey guys, in this video I will show you how to deal with stuffy nose without medication. This knowledge is beneficial for everyone because we all occasionally deal with a stuffy nose. It is especially helpful for those who regularly suffer from nasal congestion. So, regardless of the reason behind your stuffy nose, the exercises I'm about to share with you will help. Many of my clients, after years of using medication for conditions like asthma, seasonal allergies, or chronic sinusitis, have stopped or at least reduced their usage, thanks to proper breathing techniques and breathing tricks. If you don't know me yet, my name is Daria Albert. I'm a breathwork teacher and I run my own breathing school where I teach people how to improve their lives through breathing exercises. I've also created a breathing gym that you can join by following the link in the description. Be sure to check it out. I'm sure you're not going to regret it. In this video, I will spend the first 3 minutes explaining how these exercises impact your body. And then we'll spend 15 minutes practicing them together so that you can really understand how to do them correctly. While I believe it's beneficial for you to understand the theory behind these exercises, feel free to skip it and go directly to the practice if you prefer. I've included the timer above for easy navigation through the video. So, there are many causes of nasal congestion, but the mechanism behind what happens in your nose is more or less the same. Whether it's a virus, bacteria, allergen, or even dry air irritating the tissues in your nose, your body's immune system responds to it by expanding the blood vessels in your nose. As a result, your nasal tissues swell, making it harder to breathe. Along with this, your nose might start to produce more mucus due to the inflammation, leaving you with a runny, stuffy nose. In today's practice, I will show you 2 exercises that addresses both of these issues. You can perform these exercises separately or together as a complete sequence. So, how does it work? You've probably heard that the drops used for a stuffy nose are called vasoconstrictor drops. As the name suggests, these drops constrict your vessels and reduce swelling. However, the body can become used to them, and over time the nasal tissues become less responsive to the medication, which can make things even worse. The exercise I'm going to show you today achieves the same effect naturally, but it does require some effort. A little effort. So, what we are going to do in this exercise, we are going to hold our breath. While we are holding our breath, we accumulate more carbon dioxide in our body. And carbon dioxide is extremely important molecule in our body for a lot of things, including the health of our vessels. Carbon dioxide is actually vasodilator of our vessels. So when you have more carbon dioxide, your vessels will expand. And that might be a little bit counterintuitive, but it's not just affects your vessels to expand, and as I told you, that's exactly what happens in your nose when you have a stuffy nose, but it also would relax your vessels tissues. And that's exactly the thing that will help you to remove the swelling of your nose, and as a result, you will be able to breathe again. So, this exercise works in 80% of cases, and the result would last about half an hour. And you can do this exercise as many times during the day as you would like to, and it would work as great as drops, and even better because it doesn't have any side effects. The second exercise, actually a breathing sequence that I'm going to guide you through, is designed to clear your nasal passages of mucus. It is fairly simple. We will forcefully exhale to help clear the nose, and just like that, your nose will breathe again. It's important to note that if your nose is blocked due to a cold or the flu, and it's a temporary thing, it's not a problem in the long run. You can perform these exercises while you're sick to help your body recover faster and relieve annoying symptoms. However, if for whatever reason you don't breathe through your nose for an extended period of time, you likely become a mouth breather, a person who breathes through the mouth most of the time. And this is already a big problem. Even if you solve the issue of nasal congestion, your breathing habits will stay with you. And as soon as you stop thinking about your breathing, you will unconsciously get back to mouth breathing, even though your nose is breathing. It might seem unimportant, like why should it matter whether I breathe through my nose or my mouth? But our bodies were not designed to breathe through the mouth all the time. The mouth is the beginning of the digestive system, not the respiratory system. While it is sometimes necessary to breathe through the mouth, for example, when we speak, when we engage in intense physical activities, or when the nose can do its job, but primarily you should be able to breathe through your nose most of the time, actually 95% of the time. If you already paid attention that you often breathe through your mouth, and you are kind of a chronic mouth breather, then this exercise that we are about to do here would really help you already, but it might be not enough, because what is really important for you is to solve your breathing habits. Your body already learned to breathe differently than it's meant to. So your breathing receptors, when you don't think about your breathing, even though your nose might be already clean and you are able to breathe through it, it will still switch you into the mouth breathing. For you, it's important to work on these breathing habits and change them. It's a little bit more technical work, but it's not that hard. So that's all I wanted to share with you about the theory of the nasal congestion and how we work with it through the breathing exercises. Right now, let's actually do these breathing exercises. And even if you don't have your nose stuffy, I would still recommend you to practice it with me. Firstly, because these are great exercises, and secondly, because it's knowledge that you can use once you will need it. Alright, let's get into it. These exercises you can do anywhere you want, better in the sitting down position. You not necessarily need to sit down in the cross-leg position like I would do. I'm just used to sit this way. You can just sit on the chair. Get seated. So the exercise that will help you to remove this stuffy nose, the feeling that it's blocked, it's the one that we are going to do right now. So remember this exercise and perform it any time you feel that your nose is blocked. Get seated, make sure that your spine is as straight as possible. You can a little bit close your eyes and bring your attention to your breathing. Feel how the air goes inside of your body and leaves it. If right now you can't breathe through your nose yet, just breathe through your mouth. And after next exhale, natural exhale, hold your breath after exhaling and pinch your nose with your fingers and start to move your head front and to the back, while holding your breath. We'll hold our breath for about 10-15 seconds. You can hold it in your practice till the comfortable state. And now we open our nose and come back to our usual breathing. If you can breathe through your nose already, just breathe through your nose. If you can't yet, just continue to breathe through your mouth. We will rest for about 40-60 seconds on our usual breathing, and then repeat the breath hold again. After next natural exhale, hold your breath again, pinch your nose, and now start to move your head side to side, really gently, really slowly. Do not do any forceful movements. Hold your breath while doing this move. And then again, open your nose and come back to your breathing. If you already can breathe through your nose, breathe through your nose. If you can't yet, just breathe through your mouth. In between the breath holds, when you will do this exercise by yourself, just rest for about a minute on your usual breathing and try to stay with the calmest possible breath. And again, after next exhale, hold your breath, pinch your nose, and now start to roll your head one direction really slowly. And then the other direction. If you still can hold your breath, if it's a bit too much for you, just come back to your usual breathing a little bit faster. Great, and open your nose, come back to your usual breathing. Again, if you can breathe through your nose already, then breathe through your nose. If you can, breathe through your mouth. And we will do 3 more breath holds with the same moves as we've done already. So the general rule here is that when you do this exercise, we are doing this exercise till your nose would unblock. It's about 5 to 7 breath holds. And on every breath hold, just change the moves of your head. So you do back and forth, or you do side to side, or you do some rolling of your head. Great. After next exhale, hold your breath, pinch your nose, and bring your chin to the collarbone, and then bring your back of the head towards your back. And do a few moves like that while holding your breath after exhalation and pinching your nose. Great. Open your nose, rest for a minute or so. If you held your breath for too long, you would understand it, because you would need, during the resting time, breathe more rapid and bigger volume. So if it happens to you, it means that you held your breath for too long. Hold it for less period of time. And again, exhale, hold your breath, pinch your nose, bring your head side to the side. Open your nose, breathe. We'll do 1 more breath hold. After next exhale, hold your breath, pinch your nose, and now roll your head one direction, the other direction. Be really careful when you roll your head at the back. Don't do a really big rounds with your head, just do really minor. One direction, other direction. I actually had my nose a little bit stuffed because I got gently sick from my daughter. But now I don't feel it anymore. Okay, open your nose, come back to your usual breathing. And slowly come back. If you're sitting in the cross-legged position, just rest your legs. So this exercise is great. Just do it anytime you feel like that your nose is stuffed. And after you've done this exercise, there is one more thing that you can do, is this small little sequence that I'm going to lead you through. And this small little sequence can be performed just when your nose is breathing, because we will breathe through the nose. And this sequence helps you, after unblocking your nose, to clean up the mucus and all the things that are stuck inside of your nose. So prepare some tissues, because you might need to use them. And get back seated. Great. So what we are going to do right now? Right now we will breathe through both nostrils, and we will forcefully exhale like you're trying to blow your nose, like that. And with exhales, your navel point will pump inside, and on the inhales, relax. Breathing is rhythmical, so on the exhales, your navel point is pumping inside and a little bit up. On the inhales, your belly is relaxing. You can do this breathing technique if you've just ate, or for women, if it's your first 2 or 3 days of period, also skip this exercise. Otherwise, you're good. So let's begin. Breathe in your comfortable rhythm. It's not necessarily need to be as fast as I'm doing it. It could be slower. Also, when you breathe like that, sometimes you will start to feel lightheaded. It's totally normal. By breathing this way, we exhaling a little bit more carbon dioxide, and as a result, the blood circulates in our body a bit differently, and you might feel a little bit dizzy. Continue to breathe this way. Now, bring your right thumb to your face, and with your right thumb, close your right nostril and continue to breathe the same way through the left nostril. If you feel that your head is spinning too fast, you can always slow down the rhythm of your breathing, or even pause, rest for a little bit on your usual breathing and come back when you're ready. Otherwise, continue. After next exhale, close your left nostril with index or pinky of your right hand and continue to breathe this way through the right nostril. If you need to blow your nose, blow your nose. Continue. After next exhale, open your both nostrils. Inhale deeply through your nose. Hold your breath after inhalation. Tuck your chin in, relax your shoulders, relax your body. Squeeze your pelvic floor muscles, squeeze your sexual organs. If you can't feel those muscles, just imagine that you're squeezing your sexual organs. And now slowly exhale and come back to your usual breathing. So this simple breathing sequence is perfect to clean up your nostrils. So we were breathing like that for 1 minute through the both nostrils, 1 minute through left nostril, 1 minute through right nostril. Do it after unblocking exercise that I've showed you first, or just on its own. If you know that you're the person who has stuffy nose quite often and there is always some mucus inside, then do this breathing sequence every morning and believe me, you will feel great. Great job, guys! So thank you for practicing with me today and listening to the theory part. I would like to remind you that I have a breathing gym. The advantage of the breathing gym over YouTube is that there you have a more structured system to work on your breathing. Every day we work on different elements and aspects of our breathing, so it allows you to get to your goals much faster. I would really suggest you to join it. This is not a sales pitch. It's a great community of people who understand how it is important to work on their breathing for self-improvement, and I'm there for you to help you with any of your questions. And as I already said, it's totally free, so you don't lose anything to join it, and I'll see you really soon.